We are depicting the word freezing. The word may be broken into two syllables. Freezing. And we can tense the first syllable and we have less tense on the second, so it's freezing. Freezing means that somebody is feeling extremely cold. You can see from the picture that the man is indicating that he is uncomfortable when the cold outside air is allowed into the room, which is coming from the snowfield. The young girl is curious and has unlatched the window, but she is perhaps surprised that the air is coming in is so cold. Now let's look at some nouns. First of all, this piece of wood bordering the bottom of this window, we call it a sill. Also, a sheet of glass is known as a window pane. There are two sports people outside the room that are skiing, and so they are known as skiers. And we use the word latch. The girl has grabbed the window's latch, which is this object here. Another word which is a little bit unusual is the word cornice, and that's the edging between the wall and the ceiling. Now let's briefly look at some adjectives or describing words. Obviously this man is cold. That's why he is displaying shivering. We could also say that he is feeling uncomfortable. And as for the girl, we said earlier that the girl is opening the window out of curiosity. So she could be described as being curious. We can also consider some of the action words or verbs. The girl is opening the window. We said that the man was shivering. And when he is shivering, he is indicating how cold he is or uncomfortable that he is. And outside the distance, the two skiers are traveling at great speed down the slope. Another way of describing this action, we could say they are hurtling, traveling down the slope at great speed. Finally, let's have a quick look at the summary section above here of this situation. You'll notice that I have split the sentences into segments. This first segment, the child, is the subject of this particular sentence. We have a verb phrase, was pulling the latch. You have a preposition of, the window. And then we've joined it to another sentence using the conjunction and then. You'll also notice that I have colored the words. The gold color here represents adverbs because it denotes time, suddenly, all of a sudden, and quickly. Cold air quickly comes into the room or rushes into the room. And the man soon felt. So these have all got to do with aspects of time. Also, you'll see the verb clearly marked in green, was pulling. Came, past tense, because it's already open. It's now ajar. And the air rushing into the room has rushed. That's why this man is now feeling cold. You'll also see a couple of the adjectives illustrated in blue. Ajar, it's describing the situation of the window being open. We can also talk about doors being ajar. And we have to assume from all the indicators that the temperature has dropped. So we refer to it as the dropping temperature. The orange words into, of, and of represent prepositions. And they allow, in many cases, the addition of the object part of the sentence. For instance, the child and the window. The action relationship between them was pulling the latch, and in the relationship is denoted by the preposition of, or in the case of the air coming into the room, the preposition into.